Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Siddha Swarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namine
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Bhakta Vrinda
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Bhakta Vrinda
Hari Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Gaur
Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
Hari Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Gaur
Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
Hari Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Gaur Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Gaur
Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
Haribo Nitaigo, Nitaigo, Haribo, Haribo Nitaigo, Nitaigo, Haribo,
Haribo Nitaigo, Nitaigo Haribo, Haribo Nitaigo, Nitaigo Haribo.
Nityananda, 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 Haribo, Gauranga, 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 Haribo.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Haribo, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga Haribo.
Nityananda, 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 Haribo, Gauranga, 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 Haribo.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Haribo, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga Haribo.
Nityananda, 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 Haribo, Gauranga, 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 Haribo.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Haribo, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga Haribo.
Nityananda, 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 Haribo, Gauranga, 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 Haribo.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Haribo, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga Haribo.
Nityananda, 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 Haribo, Gauranga, 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 Haribo.
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda Haribo, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga
Nitai Gaur Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur Haribo,
Haribo, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur Haribo, Haribo, Nitai Gaur, Nitai
Okay. Yeah, welcome everyone. We have people, are there people watching? There's some people watching.
We're not sure. We're about to find out.
All right. Here we are for another wonderful Sunday. The best way to spend our Sundays is in Kirtan. So thank you very much for tuning in. And we're going to have our guided meditation now. Yeah, there's a few people there.
Yeah, we have some people here. Thank you very much for joining us. We have Osto Bliss, loving the different song versions we do, relaxing him a
Excellent.
lot.
Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope things went okay for you. Okay, so if you want to sit back and relax, you can close your eyes. It's always helpful for a deeper relaxation if you want to close your eyes. And if you're at home, which I'm sure most of you are, then you can even lie down somewhere comfortable. We can take a few nice deep breaths just to start with. Feeling that nice expansion with our deep inward breath. And as we sigh, as we exhale, just let all the tension leave with the breath. We can do that 2 or 3 times. And we have the beautiful ambient music there in the background to our guided meditation. It's letting these relaxing sounds wash over you. Putting aside whatever worries and concerns may be there in your life. Spending this next 2 hours immersed in transcendental sound. It can wash away all the troubles and worries of this world. And take us deeper into a transcendent place, a spiritual place, which is our natural place, we the spirit soul. Spending a few moments now scanning through our body and working with the breath. Wherever you find some part of your body which is holding onto tension or stress, on the inward breath, breathe into that part of your body. There may be pain, tightness, tension. So with the mind, direct the breath to those parts of the body, and then on our outward breath, soften, relax, and let go of that tension or pain. Letting the rhythm of your breath be very soft and natural. Feeling how the rhythm of your breath is now relaxing your entire body. Being aware of how your body is supported by the floor or the couch or the seat that you're sitting on. And this enables us to fully enter into a nice state of relaxation. Becoming more and more aware of the ebbing and flowing of each breath. We now move to mindfulness. In this practice, we step back from the mind and from the stream of thoughts and experience how we are the peaceful observer, the peaceful silent witness. We are not swept up in the thoughts and feelings that are there in the mind. We experience how we are a little apart from the thoughts, feelings, problems, desires, plans. They are all there in the stream of the mind. But we are not our mind or our thoughts. We are the Atma, the silent witness, the spiritual self, who is different from the body and the mind. You can mentally repeat or just listen to this following meditation. I am the silent witness. I make no effort to think, but thoughts come automatically. I am watching thoughts flow through my mind. I am aloof from them. I am the silent witness of my mind's activities. This simple practice helps to bring us to a very deep, profound spiritual realization. The yogis meditate in this following way. Aham Brahmasmi. I am spirit. I am not the material body or mind which I am walking around in. I am the eternal part and parcel of the Supreme Spirit, the Supreme Soul. I am only temporarily in this material body. This body has a beginning, it has birth, and it has an end, death. But I, the Atma, am eternal and ever-existing and undying. Aham Brahmasmi. So now we're going to harmonize our breathing. And then starting on the third outward breath, we meditate with the sound of the Gauranga mantra. Let us rest in this transcendental sound. Let us find security and peace. Let us find spiritual love and contentment in this transcendental sound of the Supreme Soul's name, this beautiful name of the Supreme. Let us inhale together. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Namaste, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on the Sunday afternoon. My name is Madhya Leeladasi. This is Radha Krishnadas, and we're here with our friends from Ashraya. And we got some time now for some wisdom from Radha Krishna, some yoga wisdom. And after that, we have a few more Kirtan tunes. We're going to be here all the way through till 7 o'clock Queensland time. And we hope you can enjoy this beautiful Kirtan with us. And just a shout out to Hetty Dressen, Haribol from Peru. Haribol to you from Currumbin. Nice to have your company.
Okay, so we've got 15 or 20 minutes now where we can share some of the life-enhancing wisdom of yoga. And tonight, specifically, I want to read something beautiful from the Srimad Bhagavad-Gita. And before doing so, I'd like to take a few moments to pay my respects and gratitude to Jagat Guru Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa, who is my spiritual guide, mentor, and eternal well-wisher and friend. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa Iti Namini Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this morning I was thinking, what can we speak about this afternoon? Because most Sundays we like to share some of the wisdom of yoga. So I picked up the Bhagavad-Gita and I thought, okay, I'll see which one of these beautiful teachings of Sri Krishna, these not only words of wisdom, but actually these are words of love. My spiritual master has described the Bhagavad-Gita as a love song. These are the song, this is Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavat refers to Bhagavan, or the Supreme Soul, Krishna, and Gita means song. So this is actually a love song. Krishna, who is the original cause, Krishna is the mother, father, friend of each one of us living beings. He's the cause of us. We come from him, we are a part of him. And he is singing this song out of love so that we may actually become happy. To become happy, satisfied, contented, full within ourselves, this is actually the goal of yoga. This is the whole process of yoga. All the different rungs on the ladder of yoga are ultimately to bring us to this point, which is in Sanskrit known as Sat Chit Ananda, to realize our eternal nature, which is full of bliss. We're eternal, full of wisdom and bliss. And of course in this world we find everything here is temporary, a bummer ultimately, even those things which start off sweet. And Krishna actually speaks about this in the Bhagavad-Gita. Our material experiences in the beginning are like nectar. They hold a promise. They hold a promise of sweetness and of satisfaction. But in the end, they turn into bitter. Start out with a promise of sweet and become bitter. Why? Because of their very nature as being temporary, impermanent and material, completely different to our nature. But Krishna also describes that spiritual life, spiritual practice, in the beginning we may experience it as being bitter. Because we've been in the material world so long, we've become conditioned to this place and the experiences here. So to a certain degree, spiritual practice and spiritual wisdom seem a little foreign to us. So Krishna describes in the beginning what appears to be, in fact is not, but what appears to be poison or bitter actually ultimately is full of nectar or sweetness. And there's a nice example given in a work by Srila Rupa Goswami, a work he wrote 500 years ago. Rupa Goswami is an intimate student and disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he gives this description that, particularly concerning the chanting of the holy names of Krishna, the chanting of the holy names of the Supreme. And that exact example. He said, by nature, the holy names of the Supreme are full of nectar. They are full of transcendental sweetness, of love, of everything we are looking for. But due to our material disease, which Srila Rupa Goswami compares to jaundice. Jaundice is an outcome of a liver disease. What's it called? Yeah, jaundice. And when a person has jaundice, this liver problem, everything that they taste tastes very bitter. They have their spit is yellow, their skin becomes yellow because of this jaundice condition where they're out of balance. So everything tastes bitter, even the sweetest of sweetest dish. Sugar candy tastes very bitter. But in the Ayurvedic approach to overcoming this jaundice, it's actually advised to take things like glucose and sweet things. And this actually helps to balance the bile and things like that. So even though it tastes bitter to the person with jaundice, the person who has hepatitis, still, because this is the cure to the problem, they then take the recommended amount of sweetness. And one of the symptoms that the person is becoming well is that now this sugar, this glucose or whatever it might have been, they actually begin to taste a sweetness there. And so it is with this practice of chanting the holy names of the Supreme. We may be attracted and think, oh, this person has a nice voice, or this music is really nice, this is a nice band, nice presentation, nice arrangement. So we are appreciative of that. But actually there is a far deeper experience which is taking place. It's described in the yoga text that there is no difference between the holy name of Krishna and Krishna himself. So Krishna is fully present there within his name. But we may not be experiencing this, particularly in the beginning of our spiritual journey, of our practice of meditation on transcendental sound. But under the advice of the spiritual doctors, so to speak, physicians, then if we regularly take these holy names, then as our material jaundice is cured, we'll begin to taste the sweetness of the holy name. So the idea is to continue and regularly practice kirtan or japa meditation and meditation of mantra and beads, or even the Gauranga breathing meditation with the Gauranga mantra that we do most Sundays as well, is to regularly engage our senses, our self in this practice, and gradually we'll begin to experience the spiritual nature of those holy names. So the Bhagavad-Gita is full of spiritual nectar and instruction by Krishna. So the verses that I found today that I'd like to share are concerned with what is known as bhakti. So the practice of bhakti yoga is the culmination of all yoga practices. It is the perfection of life. It is the perfection of yoga. And bhakti means surrender to the Supreme in a mood of love and devotion. So this is what we're engaging in here, tonight, is a part of the practice of bhakti yoga. And in the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna actually explains what this nature of bhakti yoga is. He says, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit or water, I will accept it. He goes on to say, O son of Kunti, Arjuna, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering to me. In this way you will be freed from all the reactions of good and evil deeds. And by this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. So this is the perfection of spiritual life. All that you do, all that you eat, all that you give away, all austerities that you perform should be done as in remembrance and as an offering to the Supreme. So the idea that I wanted to, brief idea, I just wanted to touch on this is, we, the spirit soul, are active by nature. The difference between a body, when the spirit soul, the Atma is in it, and a body when the Atma has left, commonly known as a dead body, is that one is active and the other is inactive. So we, the Atma, the spirit soul, we are active by nature. This is our nature. We will always be active. We will never actually be in a place or a condition where we are inactive, devoid of activity. So the question is, we are active by nature, so how will we act in this life? How do we act in this world in such a way that brings purpose, meaning and satisfaction? Because we are going to act. If we look at our own life and we look at the life of people in the world, you find people are always striving to achieve something. And in the Vedas, there's four principles that generally people follow. They are known as Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. So Dharma, there's no perfect English translation, but Dharma can mean religious practices. So people engage in different religious practices because they want to gain something from it. And then the next two parts, Artha and Kama, is actually why, and Moksha, those three aspects of life, is why many people engage in religious practice. They take to some spiritual path. So they're hoping that they will achieve Artha. Artha means economic development. It means that my business will go well, my bank balance will increase. I'll be secure financially. So many people go to the church or the temple or the mosque, so that they can actually be, and they pray to the Supreme or engage in some kind of pious or religious activity with the goal of actually achieving a better situation in life. So this is the reason why many people do it. And of course, what does a better financial situation in life bring? It brings the next thing, which is karma. Karma in this context means sensual experience, a sensual enjoyment. So I get to enjoy my senses, material experience, and material enjoyment. Now, the fourth one is moksha, which means liberation from suffering, liberation from the cycle of birth and death. So people set their lives up so that they can actually achieve these four things: religious practice, economic development, sensual enjoyment, and then ultimately hoping for liberation from material suffering. So we act to achieve these things. But we find that even though someone may achieve economic development, a good financial position, and therefore they have, a degree of sensual enjoyment, everyone reaches a point, sometimes it's around what's known as a midlife crisis. It's at other times in life as well. Usually we start kind of questioning life and what I'm doing in our teenage years. Gee, what am I going to do with my life? We want to rebel against our parents, we want to do something different from them, we want to have our own life. So we start asking the question about, well, gee, what am I doing in life? What's the purpose of my life? What am I going to do? So then, the person may kind of plan out their future, what their career might be. Maybe they plan out that, they'll marry at a certain age, they'll have certain, amount of children and get a house and, and then retire with a decent bank balance. And then a person may actually achieve those things, those goals in life that they've set. And then usually, many times when a person reaches middle age and perhaps they've actually achieved these goals, they may have their own house, they may have a decent retirement, amount of money in their bank, and they have, pretty much everything they need to lead a happy, sensual, material, happy life. But then they kind of go, gee, I've achieved this. Now what? What do I want now? This hasn't satisfied me. Is this all there is? And people may experience this midlife crisis. And at that point, many people may then take to some kind of spiritual path to achieve moksha, or liberation from the burden of material existence. They want to renounce the world, renounce their activities, and go and live in a place where they don't have to be bothered by all of these things. So they then swing in what is known in the yoga teaching as bhukti and mukti. Bhakti means a person is striving for material enjoyment, that's their goal, but when that doesn't satisfy the person and they feel frustrated to the burden of working to achieve that, they then swing to the opposite side of that, like a pendulum, to what is known as mukti, where they just want to renounce the world, renounce everything, get away from it, and not engage in any kind of material activities at all. So the person is swinging back and forward in their life in this pendulum of mukti and bhakti, material sense enjoyment, liberation, moksha, from the burden of life. So to come back to the original point, we are active by nature and we must engage in activities. That is our very eternal nature. So what activities, how can we live a life? How can we work in life? Because we have to do something, we have to work. How can we work in such a way that actually brings satisfaction? And that is what came to mind when I read these verses from the Bhagavad-Gita, which I will read again. Krishna says, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, water, I will accept it. O son of Kunti, Arjuna, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as all austerities that you may perform, because, working is an austerity, so we are going to perform austerities in life no matter what. Going to school is an austerity. So many things are actually austerities. So, as well as all austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering to me. In this way, you will be freed from the reactions to good and evil deeds. And by this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and ultimately you will come to me. So, of course, the actions that we engage in our pursuit of Dharma, Artha, Karma and Moksha, there is a resultant reaction to that which is known as karma reaction. And we are bound to this material world because of the reactions to our actions. But here Krishna is actually enlightening us that if we make everything an offering, bhakti yoga, loving devotion, if we do everything in remembrance of and for the pleasure of, in the service, the loving devotional service to Krishna or God, then we are freed from the reactions to good and evil deeds. Because even good deeds bind us to the material world. Material pious deeds, these still bind us to the law of karma. So this is actually the goal of life. This is the goal of yoga. And this is where we will actually be able to work, to be active in this life in a way which connects us up to the Supreme, to Krishna, and ultimate happiness, ultimately the purpose of our existence. Thank you very much. So if you want to find out more about Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, then of course contact us. And there's some wonderful sites, I don't know if you all know about them, but there is a site called wisdom.yoga, really easy to remember, wisdom.yoga. And there's lots of videos and articles and helpful materials there. And there's also ASMY.tv, isn't there? And lots of things. That's where your resources to learn more about the purpose of yoga, the purpose of life. Thank you. So tonight we've got a reasonably up-tempo set of Kirtan tunes, so I think we're all going to stand up. Go. So yeah, if you're at home, you can also stand up.
You all ready? Start us off.
You can always be speeded up, so just...
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Wherever you are, I hope you're standing up and joining us, dancing. We're dedicating this one to our friends in Melbourne who are all alone in their little bubbles. And hope you guys are tuning in and having some kirtan with us.
Okay. Oh, have to mute this. Put the safety belt on.
Queensland right now, no dancing is allowed unless it's at a wedding. So unless you're getting married, you just have to do this in the comfort of your own home.
Third fret. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Haribo, 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 Haribo.
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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Haribo, 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 Haribo.
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 Haribo, 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 Haribo. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Haribo, 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 Haribo.
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 Haribo, 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 Haribo,
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo,
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo,
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo.
Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Haribo, 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 Haribo.
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 So we're going to keep this flowing. Right. Don't forget to give us some love, give us some hearts and some shares if you're liking what you're hearing.
Hopefully there's still some people there.
Frighten them away. And also let us know how the how the audio is, how it's sounding. We
Give our tech guy some love.
yeah.
He's operating how many cameras? 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras. We're in a studio here in an undisclosed location doing our Sunday stream. We can't be at the mantra room for a little while yet, but we're hoping to have some outdoor kirtans real soon. Got some love hearts there. Thank you guys. Feeling the love. Almost ready.
Are we?
Just filling in space here.
Let's do it. Help.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Haribo.
All right.
Got time for one more. This one is, we've been playing this one for 7 years and it's still Radhakrishnadas' favourite.
And others.
No need to be defensive there.
Is it nearly our 7-year anniversary?
I think so. I think it's 7 years. Is it 7 years?
Yeah.
October. 7 years. We're growing old together.
I believe the saying is growing young together.
Forever young.
We need a new drummer, guys.
Someone told us, when was it? At the Narang chant, this was their favourite as well.
So it's not just you.
It's two of us.
Perfect.
What have we got? 15 minutes?
Yep,
So
15
this will do
minutes,
it.
last kirtan. Tell us if it's your favourite. Give us lots of hearts if it's your favourite.
And if it's not your favourite, don't let us
Hey,
know.
I remembered what we're talking about now.
Starts in A minor. Or B, actually. B minor. B minor. That's right.
Got one toe tapping over here.
Only
Might even
one.
get her up and dancing at some point tonight. We got some hearts. It's not just your favourite. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, One of them's on her feet, the other one's thinking about it. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Meant to be our drummer solo. Haribo.
Yay! Okay. So we're going to have a...
This is the end, my
end.
friends. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, feeling oneself to be lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy names of the Lord constantly. Namaste, Nara Shringhaya. Shringo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prastaya Bhutale, Srimati Siddha Swarupananda, Paramahamsa Iti Namani, Rajashi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, everyone. We had a lot of fun. We hope you did too. So for those of you who are just joining us a little bit later in the program, my name is Madhya Leeladasi, this is Radha Krishnadas, and we can introduce our friends from Ashraya. We have Nitai over here on guitar, we have Jug on drums, we have Wayne on guitar and Kalindi on keyboards and vocals, and over in the, just someone quickly turn the camera around, we have Jiva. We have Jiva on tech running 4 cameras, a mixing desk, and keeping the stream alive in YouTube and Facebook. If you are watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, we encourage you to check out the stream on YouTube because it is honestly 100% better.
Yep.
Pictures better, sounds better.
And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well.
Yep. And please help us share the love of Kirtan all around the world. You can do that by sharing our stream, letting your friends know about it. We're here every Sunday from 5 till 7, Brisbane time, Queensland time. And also on Friday nights, friends of ours play Saturday nights and Wednesday nights. So there's Kirtan almost every night of the week. It's very cool. A lot of friends have been asking us when we're going to be live at the mantra room again, and we're still not able to use that facility. Council is a little bit nervous about having crowds of people singing together indoors in the current situation. So we're aiming for 1 outdoor kirtan per month. And the next one coming up will be November 1st. We haven't exactly pinned down a location for it yet. We've got a couple of options. We're just waiting to hear back to see if we can get our booking. As you're aware, everything's changing very fast. So to stay in the loop, please join our mailing list, and you can do that by messaging us or jump in our ASMY community Facebook group, because those 2 places are where we post the updates first. So the Facebook group is called ASMY Community, ASMY Community, or you can get on our mailing list. So either of those you can do. If you need help, just message us via Facebook or give us a call, message our website, any of those methods, and we can help you to get in the know, to get in the VIP crowd.
And people who are in those communities and lists and things get to know about the outdoor and get to book first on the outdoor kirtan.
Because spaces are limited. Unfortunately, we're not allowed that many people. It's all, to do with the square meterage and all that kind of thing. So it's it's really worth getting on those lists so you can hear about things first. Because there's nothing worse than, our friends from the mantra room telling us, I don't even know what was on. So do yourself a favor and jump in that group or on our mailing list. I think that's us done for tonight.
Thank you very, very much for tuning in each week.
And if you want to hear it again or you missed some of it, you can always replay. And also our album, A Night at the Mantra Room, is on Spotify, on all the platforms, everything. Apple Play, whatever it is. iTunes, that's the one. So yeah, everywhere good music is heard, you will find our album.
Don't confuse it. Not a night at the opera. It's a night at the mantra room. If you type that in, you'll find us. Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody, and till we meet again. Haribol, namaste.